But it is what it is. People are going to agree to disagree on that.
Sorry to cut you off, but the thing is, like you guys look at it from, because I took history class here, right?
Right.
They look at it from a different perspective. They teaching me in a different way, so you're gonna be taught the way they teach you, and I'm gonna be taught or admire the way they teach it, right?
Which is fair.
Yeah, which is fair, exactly. But all I'm saying is that based off what I've seen, it's like, I'm sorry, but the stuff you're saying is bullshit. Like, it's.
Welcome back, everyone. Today's video we have Officer Tatum discussing Israel and Palestine with a brother from Egypt. Sorry I didn't catch his name. The brother, in my opinion, did a very good job. Many Zionist channels are out there slandering him like it's some sort of competition. Let's take a look.
In that region, the Jews have occupied. David's tomb and the city of David was all there in Jerusalem. Right outside of Jerusalem is the city of David. All of these figures who were Jews were there before any of the Palestinians were there. Some people can argue that some people were technically Palestinian, whatever. There's biblical prophecy about it. It's their land. There was a war that was fought, they won.
It is a biased topic, like you said. It's hard to really narrow it down to how you just did, because honestly, when you really look at it,
can you speak up a little bit?
Sorry, when you really look at it, I'm saying 1946 or something around that. That's like Palestinians lived there. You can't just tell me biblical when biblical, like what biblical.
It was before that.
When we talk about religion, you have people all around every continent. How can you be like biblical? But at that point, there was Palestinian people living there in 1946.
Before them,
no, why did the Jews
it was
go,
Jewish people that lived there.
No, sorry, sir, but why did the Jews go to Palestine? Even why did they go in the after the Second World? Why did they go there?
Well, they were forced there.
By who? By the Europeans. So the Europeans up, and then the Arabs just took the fucking blame, right?
I know, but this happens in history. Like when the Jews were there before, how did the Ottoman Empire get there? From the Romans. It's like the Jews were there, Romans took over, Ottoman Empire took over. No, we were talking about the way, I'm saying this is the way it goes. The Jews were overwhelmed and overtaken, and that's when the Romans took over. And then the Ottoman Empire took over.
Europe, no,
I'm saying that like somebody had it, they get defeated, conquered, driven out, then somebody else take over, then somebody else take over, and the Jews are back. That's kind of what happened.
Well, of course, the name Palestine or Palestina was adopted roughly in the 2nd century. Officer Tatum talks about the Jews were there before. Yeah, well, what difference does that even make? We forget about the conversion that took place of the Jews to Islam over a period of several centuries. This is what I mean. The name of the region could be anything. The Palestinians, as we know them today, have always been in that land, unlike the European Jews who migrated to places like Rome before even the arrival of the Roman Empire. So yeah, there is a small minority of Jewish families in Israel who have been there from the beginning, but the large proportion of Palestinians have been there for thousands of years.
And people may not agree how it happened.
In Israel, you're saying?
In Israel, the land of Israel right now, the state of Israel that's currently there. And here's the thing too, I mean, Jordan, the West Bank was Jordan. Nobody had a problem with that. Jordanians owned the West Bank. And then obviously it was somehow between them and Israel, there was a compromise or an agreement, and then the West Bank became the state of Israel.
Complete, utter rubbish. This guy doesn't know his history. Israel took the West Bank following the 6-day war to expand their settlements. This is illegal under international law and in violation of Article 49 of the 4th Geneva Convention.
Sorry to cut you off, but the thing is, like you guys look at it from, because I took history class here, right?
Right.
They look at it from a different perspective. They teaching me in a different way, so you're gonna be taught the way they teach you, and I'm gonna be taught or admire the way they teach it, right?
Which is fair.
Yeah, which is fair, exactly. But all I'm saying is that based off what I've seen, it's like, I'm sorry, but the stuff you're saying is bullshit. Like it's not.
I mean, that's just that's your opinion.
It's not just an opinion because I've seen it.
So let's do this. In Hamas situation, what should happen?
All right, look at this.
When they go and attack, kill innocent people and do all that, what should happen as a result?
Have you watched that Bassem Youssef show when he was talking to that one dude, Piers Morgan? Have you watched that one?
No, I don't know. I'm not familiar with that.
Well, if you ever watch it, you're going to understand that topic a little more because.
No, but do you agree with Hamas's attack on Israel?
No, I don't agree with any type of murder.
So
but the thing is, they've been murdering also before that, but nobody. It's the thing is, when the West, when the West controls the media, right? What's going to be put to the?
But we can let's agree. Let's agree. Let's agree. They've been murdering them. Let's agree back and forth. Let's say Israel was wrong all these years. If you believe that do you believe that Gaza is occupied?
Right now, yeah.
By Israelis?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe it's a genocide occurring?
Yeah, I do.
So what do you think their response is? So technically Hamas
genocide occurring on Palestine.
Yeah. So technically Hamas didn't do anything wrong, did they?
They just retaliated.
There you go.
No. But you didn't catch me.
This is the thing, man. Every person I've talked to, they have to admit that Hamas. That they support Hamas. So you don't think the
IDF is what they're doing? Do you support what the IDF is doing? I'm not supporting either way, but I'm saying.
No, you are. You just said that.
That's my bad. You ran me, but that's the thing.
No, I just want to know on record. You don't. Do you support Hamas?
No, I don't support Hamas.
Do you think what they did was wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, because you said it wasn't. I want to make sure.
No,
you're
the
clear.
retaliation, the idea of a retaliation. I'm not
What should they do?
Attack when somebody is occupying you, hurting your people. What do you do if you're born around murder and that's all you've known all your life, which is what they grew up in, the situation?
Talking to that one dude really had me. Officer Tate is another example of someone just trying to win a debate. The issues in Palestine are probably more important than anything else happening in the world right now. First thing I would do is urge everyone to watch the new Louis Theroux new documentary on the settlers, where he gets an inside perspective from settlers and how they are increasing settlements literally by the day. When you see that, the idea of a retaliation seems like the only way. Please, if you haven't watched that, make sure you do. Louis Theroux, The Settlers, new documentary. Let's continue.
Because I'm from Egypt, which means what? I see a lot of people, Palestinians, flee their country way before what happened with that Hamas situation. Way before that. So why would they leave it? Was it what? Sunshine and rainbows over there? That's why they came over there?
Well, here's the thing.
No, it wasn't. It was horrible.
Well, here's the thing too. I mean, obviously, they're not accepting in Egypt either.
What do you mean?
Or in Jordan.
Yeah,
or in Syria.
I mean, you know how? Because we get aid from you know how hard it is when you're from a third world country and you can't like. How am I supposed to take control over a person?
Right.
The president who.
But let's get back to this.
Go ahead.
Let's say, do you agree that Hamas's attack was wrong?
Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah.
What do you think Israel should do after the attack occurred?
Not what they did.
No.
Not
What should they do though?
I mean, not what they do.
What should they do? What can they do?
I don't have a perfect solution for a
No,
war.
give me one.
What is a
Give me
solution
one
to
solution.
war?
Give me
what
one
has
solution.
been the solution for war in history? It's only retaliation, right?
No.
What else happened?
Give me one scenario solution that would have been appropriate.
I mean, the whole thing is f***ed up anyway. So what?
No, I'm saying, bro, you got to have a solution. The attack happened. You saying that what they did is wrong. What should they have
I
done?
don't have one. What's yours? What
You
do you
said
think?
what? I think they should be doing exactly what they're doing.
Before we continue on that bombshell Officer Tatum dropped, I just want to make sure you guys heard that correctly. I quote, I think they should be doing exactly what they are doing. This is the reason for this video. This is another heartless monster. I think the brother made a very good point. How do you expect a third world country to take in refugees when Egypt's total debt is more than 90% of its economic output? Officer Tatum then talks about what should be done. Hold on, you're telling me Israel on the 17th of September was able to plant detonation devices in people's phone and make them explode, and now the only way to get rid of Hamas is to destroy every inch of Gaza? On one hand, they are capable of targeted strikes, and on the other hand, destroy an entire region. What should Israel have done? Is not this. There's no justification.
Killing innocent people?
It's not. See, when people break it down like that. No, listen. When people break it down like that, they think that this happens, which is perplexing to me.
Yeah.
They think that Hamas came over and killed all these people, and they went back, and now Israel's just killing innocent people. Well, Hamas is strategically hiding behind their own people. That's a strategy. They're not.
You actually believe
well, why
in
don't
that?
they fight? Why don't they fight the? Why don't they fight the IDF or the Gaza
With all
Strip?
due respect, you actually believe in that?
1,000%.
That they hide behind 30,000 kids? That's what
They're hiding behind all kinds of people.
Hide behind kids.
What are they doing then?
And you just bomb.
No, what are they
so
doing?
if you suspect,
Why are they not fighting
If I
Gaza Strip?
suspect the killer's here, I'm a bond this whole area. Is that the perfect way to deal with something?
It's no perfect way because it's
So you said that's the exact way they should be dealing with it.
Yeah, I didn't say it was perfect. I just said it's the way they got to deal with it.
To
And
just
the reason-
go ahead and kill?
Well, look, if you got, which they shown, if you watch anything on IDF's, they show video and everything of them having bunkers, tunnels. We know they do tunnels. We know they bombing Israel. If it wasn't for the Iron Dome, they'd probably kill hundreds of thousands of them. But then if you say a terrorist is in this building right here, right? And the terrorists have stockpiles of ammunition and all kind of stuff in this building. Yet,
compared to the IDF, ain't nobody got that type of stockpile. How you comparing a bunch of terrorists in the desert to IDF soldiers with actual fucking weapons? How do you compare that?
listen to this? Well, how did they go into Israel and do what they did? If they so unequipped to do anything.
Did you hear about the story? Please. If you hear about the story, it's so unrealistic. They said they just walked in. Did you hear that? How did that even make sense with the type of security they got?
They flew in, but
please look at it.
In many places they flew in, but you can think about this.
Attack,
but you can argue that whatever fraud you want to argue about how they came in or not. Do you think they didn't do it?
No, I never said that.
I'm just asking.
I never said that.
So they did it.
Yeah.
We know they did it.
But why is it so amplified when I don't get it? Because they've been.
Dude, that was egregious.
I get it.
They videotaped it. You can go and watch video of them killing and murdering innocent people, shooting them in the head, going into kibbutz. You can see it all on video.
Sir, but what have the IDF been doing? Why is it only one side? Why is it only one side from your opinion? I don't get it.
I'm not saying it's one side.
But that's how it makes it seem because they've been doing this since 2014.
I don't have video.
Guys, so that was Officer Tatum openly expressing his support for Israel and clearly stating that Israel should be doing exactly what they are doing. A big thanks to the brother from Egypt stepping up and asking some very good questions. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Support me by liking and subscribing. And I'll see you on my next video. Peace out.